Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 208 of First Order Transmissions. I am Jason from Yakface.com, co-hosting this evening for Corey, who is out on a family matter. Tonight we have our couple regular contributors, Chris from Collector's Hut.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
And Dan Curto.
Hello, everybody. This is like a podcast meeting of the minds here because of First Order Transmissions, Brews and Blasters, Realm Recap, all in one show. I love it. This is going to be fun.
Hosted on the Yakface channel due to technical difficulty, but it'll get shared.
The Force United.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, remember that?
Yeah, true.
Not a whole lot of toy news really to speak of since the last show. I mean, we're getting into the summer doldrums of toy news really until San Diego Comic-Con and Celebration Europe next month. But I think this kind of time of the year kind of affords a lot of us to kind of take inventory of, literally of what we all have in our collections and maybe, focus things or get rid of things that we just bought because we didn't have anything else to spend our money on at the time. I don't know about you, but I know, Dan, you've been picking up a lot of decent sale merchandise lately.
Yeah. I've been getting super lucky. All the Walmarts in my area have been clearancing out Force Awakens product that's just been sitting on the shelves, really, all of 2016. Some of them have sold out, but then they restock. And I've been finding like the vehicles for $5, $7, $9. I got the Slave one with Boba Fett, which is basically 2 repacks for $15. The New Millennium Falcon for $35. I was in GameStop. I found a couple Black Series figures I missed for $10, which I think is about what they should be. Hey, this is all stuff that I missed out on and I had to skip because I can't buy new product right before Christmas because,
Right.
buy other people's stuff. So this has been working out really nicely for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have been doing that. Chris, have you been picking up things on sale or just, refocusing since there hasn't been a lot of new product lately?
Yeah, I just been I'm at like a standstill at this point because I was all caught up. As far as the sales go, I never catch sales. Dan, did you say you got the Falcon for $30?
$35, yeah, the new one with Finn, Chewbacca, and BB-8.
That's like unreal. Was
Yeah,
it just
I
like
got one too.
You got one too?
Yep.
Both at Walmart?
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
They had the new Takadana Encounter set, which is like $25 everywhere. Kmart had it for $20. So
Wow.
I got to save a couple dollars. One of the Walmarts I was at had, well, I'm not collecting the line, so I don't know how many there are, but they had all of the Star Wars Hot Wheels vehicles, not the cars, but the actual replica vehicles, $250 each.
Are those the die cast?
Yep.
Yeah, with the little finger stand,
Yeah.
kind of flying around on your hand, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a ring.
Yep.
I used to collect the majority of the Titanium series over the years, from like 2005 through 9 or 10 when they stopped. So I didn't get any of the new Hasbro ones because I felt like I had most of those anyway. And the new vehicles, I'm very confused over which is which at this point. But Mattel had like maybe 8 of them that were specifically from The Force Awakens, and I'm like at $250 each. I might consider getting those. So there's plenty of them though. I did notice that Poe Dameron's X-wing, if for those who are variation hunters, there's 2 different images of the X-wing on the card. I don't know why that is, but there are.
Yeah, on the Black Squadron X-wing.
On the black one, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't notice that before, and I don't remember reading that elsewhere. So that was a cool find, I thought.
Nobody I know is collecting these, so it was just sort of a random thing I thought was kind of neat. And then I'm looking at the backs of the cards. I'm like, how many other ones are there? Oh, there's a Naboo fighter. Yeah, I don't want that. There's a gunship. No, I don't want that. So I might for $250 exactly. So I might do the new movie vehicles from Mattel. That would be like the distinction between them. Because I really did like the Titanium series that Hasbro had done over the years, but I don't have
Right.
any.
As far as some other Hasbro stuff, not, like I said, not a whole lot. For me, I haven't really been buying anything lately. It's been clearing stuff out. Like I said, I've been kind of reassessing and reorganizing my man cave, toy room, whatever you want to call it, packing up a lot of stuff, putting it away, just trying to just clear out the excess for the most part. So it's been kind of therapeutic, actually, saying, like, why did I buy this? Well, of course, I bought it because I had an extra $20 in my pocket. It's like,
Right.
Just like everyone else, I think when there isn't a lot to find, they find a way to part with their money sometimes.
Well,
Maybe not for the best.
In like Five Below, they have some of the Marvel Infinite series figures from last year. They got those there, which was kind of fun. I have all those, but if you don't have them, they're only $5. That's a much better deal. And a whole bunch of Marvel news came out this week for if you're a Marvel Legends 6-inch collector.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of those.
That was very exciting. The new X-Men wave, a new Spider-Man wave. More details came out on that. I'm trying to remember, but that was the big one. Was X-Men.
Right. I'm going to share something here quick. This was tweeted out a few days ago. A new, these helmets, the Titanium series helmets, had shown up on eBay yesterday. These were first shown at New York Comic Con back in October last year. There are two sets. There's the Darth Vader, which is a cool two-piece helmet design, which I thought was pretty unique for this line. Cool. And then that one comes with a Stormtrooper. And then there's a second pack that includes a repaint of the first Poe Dameron helmet in his Black Squadron helmet, and the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot helmet is in that set. So, again, those are showing up overseas in Hong Kong. I haven't seen any reports, at least in the U.S., of those hitting yet, but I would suspect soon. Right. I'm not sure how well those are really doing. I don't really see those moving off the shelf a lot, so right. I don't see this line being very deep. I just don't think it's going to last all that long.
I feel like this is something they've been trying to come up with for years now, and it just never seems to take off.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they are cool, but every time I go into the store, they're fully stocked. Like you said, I don't really see them being moved. I think they look great, though,
Yeah, there's a potential there. I mean, if there just hasn't been any new product for it for so long, and there doesn't really need to be, since the first wave didn't really sell through all that well. I mean, you can imagine there's going to be like a Boba Fett helmet and a Jango Fett repaint, and then there's going to be
a white prototype Boba Fett.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that.
I got a space for it, right? Yeah, that was about it for Hasbro news. There were some Lego leaks, quite a bit of them over the past couple weeks, but some new images popped up online where they were also subsequently taken down, or requested they be taken down by Lego, but showed like 4 or 5 new Lego sets. There was the Rebel Starfighter, the new Rebel Starfighter from Rogue One. There's what is it called, the TIE Striker or something like that. Yeah. It's kind of a more triangular TIE Fighter that has flat wings on each side, triangular. What else was there? There was a ATST, and the tank, that hover tank thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's a new, like a black. It kind of looked like the cross between the shuttle Tidarium and the shuttle from A New Hope, that they added in the special edition.
The Skyhopper.
Well, even that, yeah, it looked like that as well. But there was the Imperial one that they added.
Right. Digitally inserted into Tatooine.
Right. But this one's black, And then there was a whole page full of, close to 20 minifigures that they had shown off. Revealed a couple figures, aliens, troopers, heroes. So those were subsequently, like I said, taken down because of requests by Lego Group. So, but you could they're still out there. Just simply Google Lego Rogue One, and you'll find them.
Yeah, they look pretty sweet.
I thought so. Let's see. That's not it. Nothing else for Lego other than I think there were some Force Awakens keychain figures that have shown up at Lego stores. I know they've shown up in the UK, but figures like a BB-8, Finn, Rey, Poe, I believe, just for those Lego minifigure, because technically you can't really get them unless you're buying them through like Bricklink or was it BrickSeek? I can't remember which one sells them. But they have the minifigures that have the keyring attachments. What else was there?
What about the what was it, Darth Vader's helmet, that replica that came up this week?
Oh, that's right. There was a new product line launched by Prop Shop. That this company is the one that originally produced all of these props and on-screen items that were used in The Force Awakens. They've now made publicly available Darth Vader's melted helmet, Rey's staff, Kylo Ren's lightsaber hilt, FN 2187 helmet with the blood strikes, Poe's helmet. Am I missing one? Oh, Chewie's bowcaster. Just all of these insanely detailed and on-screen accurate replicas. But the prices are just astronomical.
Yeah.
I mean, Vader's helmet is $3,500, and it's like another $500 to get it here from the UK.
Yeah, they'll limit it to 500.
Yeah, it's
crazy. When this got launched, I'm not gonna lie, I got like really excited, and then I saw the prices, and I was like, well, I guess I'm out,
I did the same thing. I think a lot of people felt that way because, I mean, man, that's just you think of high-end collectibles, and then there's high-end collectibles now. I mean, even these are like ultra high-end collectibles. Like, how do you even? And there's so many different. I mean, Hasbro has their Black Series Kylo Ren helmet. Novos has 2 different Kylo Ren helmets that you can purchase. There's a standard and then like a premier one. And the premier one is $700. The standard one is like $300.
They're doing 2 versions?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. And then I can't remember how much the Kylo Ren one was from this new company, but it's again like 3 times the price.
Yeah. Well, I think Poe Dameron's helmet was $1,500, so I'm just assuming Kylo's it has to be more.
Yeah. Let me quick pop over to.
Yeah, I was just talking about how excited I was to get a Millennium Falcon for $35. I don't think I'm going to be spending $500 on a Darth Vader helmet.
Yeah,
can't wear it. It just will sit in a corner somewhere.
Yeah, so here's their shop at collectibles.starwars.com. There's Darth Vader's helmet, $3,500, limited to $500. FN 2187. Which is very cool. You could buy the Novos version without the blood, obviously. It'd be pretty simple to customize yourself, and I'm totally going to do it. I know people that have done it. I've seen decent recreations of the helmet you could buy for $200. But that helmet from Prop Shop is $1,750. Kylo Ren's helmet is $2,000. Poe Dameron's is $1,500. Chewie's bowcaster is $2,500. That's a pretty unique collectible.
Yeah.
I haven't, no one's taken that on before, I don't believe. Kylo Ren's hilt. There are some decent 3D printed ones that you could buy like off of eBay and finish off yourself for a fraction of this price, and it's damn near identical to this one. But I don't know. it's very tempting. Like the Ray lightsaber hilt has been recreated based on.
We're calling it Ray's lightsaber now.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I have a few of these lightsabers from the actual props that were used to build the original lightsabers from A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back. So I don't know, $1,250. You could buy the original Graflex flash handles for a lot less than that. And then there's Ray's staff, which is again $1,250. So.
You know, if I was to buy any of these, it would either be Ray's staff or the bowcaster. Just because they're really unique, especially like you were saying, Jay, the bowcaster. That was like the first time that's been done. Just the helmets are beautiful. It's just that you could totally get them for a better deal.
Right.
You know, but then again, these are getting made by the people that actually made them, so that's really cool. And I love how they're shipped in these Star Wars like wooden boxes.
Yeah.
Like the crates are really cool.
They've really, upsold them on the fact that they're an elite line of collectibles where, like you said, they're shipped in a wooden crate, stenciled on the side. There's an inner box that's the standard black with the gray triangular shapes on them. Foam inserted, just really, really upscale presentation. But man, if you're a prop collector of the type that we're required to get in on this line, I don't envy you in your hit to the wallet that's going to take to collect some of these things.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the prices are crazy. At $3,500.
I mean, that Vader helmet. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I want that thing in the worst way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just. I'll share the screen again. There's great videos online that shows the process and how they make these, as far as the 3D printing process. But
yeah,
it's just a great.
Yeah, when they showed it on the Star Wars show, that's when I was like, wow, this looks amazing.
And it comes with a cool base that it sits on.
Yeah.
It's.
But $3,500, man, you can buy like a used car.
Yeah. So that was the big collecting news for this week as far as new stuff. A couple smaller things. Fantasy Flight Games came out with a new expansion for their X-Wing series. I don't know if any of you have had any interest or seen those. I mean, a lot of the vehicles that you can buy, I always see them at like Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
They're very detailed little vehicles.
The one that I want the most is the Ghost, because it looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And how the Phantom slides in through the top just like it is in the show.
Right.
So I've been trying to find that, and people are selling them separately, and that's really like irritating.
Mm-hmm. Couple other news bits here as far as collecting goes. Sideshow, they had a couple announcements go out this week. I'm going to share my screen again, just one moment. They sent out notifications for the Jawas.
Oh, that's right.
Those are coming soon, in 2 weeks, essentially, from their 1/6 scale line. Pretty cool looking pair of figures, I would guess.
The Yoda that's coming out looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be getting that.
Yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet.
Me either. I don't think it's going to sell out, but it's something that I would really like, because I mean, that's just a premium Yoda figure.
Yep. And then there was also the pre-order went live for the Darth Maul premium format figure. They've done a premium format figure of Maul before, I think, with he had the cloak. But this version is a new take on it, I think.
The biggest problem with these is I love that the lightsaber lights up, but I don't know what they do or what material they use. They always break, no matter even like my Shaq tee. It's been on the shelf, just hanging out, and I pressed the button, and it just died out the light.
Yeah.
And I had the Darth Maul Cyborg.
That's right.
And his the double lightsaber, one of them went out, and I'm like, I don't understand like what's going on. And then when you call to ask them, they're like, oh, sorry, it's just a limited amount that we made, so we don't have like replacement parts. And I'm like, oh.
You get half functional collectible.
Yeah. But hopefully they corrected it,
Yeah, it's a cool piece overall. I mean, the detail is pretty outstanding. The likeness is spot on, and they have an exclusive version, as Sideshow typically does, and it has just the broken or battle damaged version of the lightsaber with the swap out hand.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely love Sideshow, and I just wish they would just correct that one little problem, because it's an awesome feature, great feature.
Yep. What else was there this week? Let me see. There was pulling it up here. God, not a whole lot, to be honest. We'll kind of move on from some of the collecting things. There was some other big news this week regarding Rogue One. I mean, you would think that they were just going to throw the whole thing in the trash and start from the beginning with some of the rumors that have been out there. But like we were talking before the show, there's been some clarifications that have gone out from news sites, like, what was it, Entertainment Weekly?
Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah. Basically, why don't you go ahead and explain it, Chris, because you read it. I hadn't had a chance to read it yet. But
well, Bresnikan, he did an article from Entertainment Weekly just basically stating that all the rumors that we've been reading about them reshooting 40% of the movie was false, which is a great relief. And they're just going in and they're doing a lot of dialogue in cockpits and little things like that, just so they have options to pick from. And there's no need to worry, basically. And they're sticking with it being a war movie. They're not holding back. They're not making it more family friendly. So there's going to be I'm assuming there's going to be that carnage in this movie that we're all hoping to see.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this, and that that article just really it just calmed my nerves, basically. Because 40% of the movie, like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a movie I don't really want to know. Obviously, we were talking before this, so you guys have heard this before. I don't want to know about this movie. I kind of just want to go into it and see it because, where it's going to end, well, we know.
Right.
So this isn't. I mean, it is exciting, new characters and everything. I do like that. New Star Wars, I do like that. But it's not as exciting as like Episode 7, which is brand new territory. This is these anthology. Well, no, they're Star Wars tales now. These are
stories. Star Wars stories.
Yeah, these are fill-ins, basically.
Right.
So, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But BB-8 not in this movie. So.
Right. This is not a sequel to The Force Awakens. Right. And what's kind of interesting as well is they said that the end of this movie leads up to 10 minutes before the events of A New Hope. I thought that was pretty specific. It's like you could potentially see.
How that ends up being, but yeah.
Right. Like, are we going to see the 10 of 4? Are we going to see? It's like if it's 10 minutes before, it's like. How familiar are we going to be close to Tatooine at some point?
I like to think that it's just going to be like a handoff. Like, here's the plans. Thank you.
Right. Are we going to get a de-aged Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia? Like how they did with Robert Downey Jr. in Civil War.
That blew my mind, by the way. That looked great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they definitely have the technology to pull it off.
for old listeners of the Wolfpack, you know I had an old theory that Ahsoka actually gave the Death Star plans to Leia off camera in A New Hope. So maybe that'll happen. Let's start that rumor up again. Although Filoni debunked it at the time, but whatever.
I would love to see that.
I do want to see the Rebels from Star Wars Rebels, the cartoon. I do want to get some mention at least, Phoenix Squadron or something.
You guys see? It was like a Lego version of The Force Awakens, but it wasn't like an adaptation. It was just sort of like little snippet tales.
Right.
It was like something from May the 4th. I saw it on the Disney XD app, I suppose, on my Roku. I was watching it, and there's one scene in there that's like all about Lando Calrissian at Maz Kanata's bar saying, "You want to find Han Solo? You should go to Jakku."
Oh,
These little like off-panel things or off-screen things. That's what I kind of enjoy. Like what was that guy's story in the background over there? That alien on the left over there. No, not that one. That one over there.
Yeah.
So I like all these little things, and this could totally somehow tie in. Kind of like maybe we'll see Luke Skywalker looking up at the spaceship battle above Tatooine.
Right, and it doesn't have to be, super heavy-handed either. It could be a subtle thing that's, just like how they do in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They mention things just in passing, and it refers to something from the comics or something from an upcoming movie. They could do the very same thing and have it refer to characters from Rebels.
Oh, easily. Yeah. Maybe that's what the reshot is.
Yeah.
Like, you need to talk about Rebels.
Right.
And some guy was just like, genius. 4 weeks of reshooting.
Let's see.
They said, look at that piece of junk ship, or that's a beautiful ship. And they said, no, that's a piece of junk. It's the Millennium Falcon. And he goes, no, not that ship, the one behind it. And it's the Ghost taking off.
Right.
Only in Lego format.
Let's see, what else? I'm just surfing around and see if there's any other news that has popped up since we started the show. Anything new and breaking? Paul over at Jedi Temple Archives has posted at just within the hour that there's a rumored unmasked Kylo Ren coming in the 6-inch line.
Oh, nice.
As part of the first wave of Rogue One. So that would be pretty sweet.
Hopefully we get a Luke Skywalker figure. That would be cool.
Yes. Any Luke Skywalker figure?
A 6-inch Luke Skywalker figure? I think we have plenty of those.
No, from The Force Awakens.
Oh. That would be cool, but I don't know. It's funny that you mentioned the 6-inch line because I'm looking at some of my collection. Jason, you were talking earlier about how collectors are sort of like kind of coming to grips with stuff that they bought.
Right.
And I didn't really go all in on the 6-inch line, and now I'm kind of looking at it and going, I sort of don't want these. Which is strange because I've been a 3 3/4-inch collector pretty much my whole life, and I have a few of them. I have some of the troops, and I have some of the characters from The Force Awakens, but I'm looking at like Bespin Luke, Han Solo, Obi-Wan, and they just don't excite me like the 3 3/4-inch line does. I'm considering selling them. In all honesty, I've missed so many at this point that it would take forever to try and catch up. And it's like, do I really want a complete collection of 6-inch figures? Because I don't collect 6-inch.
Right. I talked about something similar when I was on the Toy Run podcast. Like I don't have any of the black packaging 6-inch figures anymore because those were there are a select few that I do have, but I have those figures 10 times over in a smaller scale. Right. I don't need a bigger one of the same character. So basically, I do have all of the Black Series, black and red packaging 6-inch figures, just because most of those characters were new, and I didn't have 10 and 12 versions in various points of articulation in a smaller scale. What's interesting too,
what I'm saying is, I'm looking back, going, do I want to collect 6-inch versions of Captain Phasma and Count Zuvio, or do I want to try and find that Emperor that I missed and that Yoda that I missed and those various clone colors? I'm like, I'd rather get the newer characters because that kind of excites me a little bit more than the 15th version of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was just like you, Dan, with the 3 3/4. Like my whole life, that's what I collected. That's what I was brought up on. And then I remember when the Black Series came out, and I was like, hell no, I'm not buying these. And then they made that Bosk, and I think Bosk was the one that pushed me into the Black Series.
I do have the Bosk. That was one of the ones I kept, just because he's so well done from the sculpt and detail and paint. And it's not a human character. A lot of the human characters always have failings in their likenesses for the most part. Like the Force Awakens Harrison Ford one is a good, or Han Solo is a good one, but some of the other character likenesses aren't as spot on, or
like this dude. Who the hell's this dude?
Not painted as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they just really.
Why did I buy this guy? I don't know.
Is that the Shock Trooper?
It's the Shock Trooper Stormtrooper. It's a cool-looking figure for sure, but I did not play the game, so I have no connection to this character. But if this were 3 3/4 inch, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm keeping that. But he's 6-inch, and I'm looking, going, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
it's weird.
But there's some figures that really stand out. Like the Asti figure is pretty amazing. The Poe Dameron, the Han Solo. If they make the Kylo Ren with removable helmet, I'm totally buying that. There's just some of them that are just really on point. And then there's a lot of characters that I wish that they made Black Series.
Right. Now, the Black Series Kmart exclusive, Rey and Kylo, those are out and they're restocked. If you have a Kmart near you, they're not shutting them down. I found.
Oh, they have both of them?
Yeah, both of them now are out.
What do those retail for?
I think they're $24.99.
Yeah.
Now, did I mention the Maz Kanata set that I found?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that cheaper at Kmart. Everywhere else is $24.99. Kmart is $19.99. So save $5. Yay!
That set is everywhere now. I actually pre-ordered it, and I'm happy to say I only paid $5 more than retail pricing, which is great. But it's everywhere. Everywhere I go, like Target, Walmart, wherever, it's just, and there's like tons of them. It's not like 1 or 2. There's like 8. Yeah. So people shouldn't have a hard time finding that set for sure. I mean,
which I think bad for people that collected it back in December is the only figure that's new is Maz. Everybody else repack or slight repaint or whatever. Now, I didn't collect any of that stuff back in December, so I mean, I need Finn, I need Rey, I need BB-8, all those weapons that comes with. That's pretty cool. So to me, it's a good set.
And it doesn't have any of the Build-A-Weapon parts.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
and I don't like those. So,
Chris, you mentioned Asti from the 6-inch wave. I just received shipping notification from Entertainment Earth for Wave 4. So that wave has been the hardest to find. That includes General Hux as well. So people that are looking to find that figure, that wave is still available for pre-order now on sites like Entertainment Earth. So that might be your best chance in getting those 2 figures.
Who's in that wave, Jason?
There's Hux, Asti, and I think there's repacks of Rey, Kylo Ren. Just 1 second, let me pop onto Entertainment Earth real quick.
Resistance Trooper in there or no?
Let me see. 1 second. Asti.
Now, are those the Rey and Kylo Ren that had the slight tweaks made to them with the deco and some of the...
Yeah, it's hard to say since this is an older case. I don't know if it's going to have those newer repaints and retools inserted into them.
Right.
But yeah, this wave includes Asti, Hux, Kylo Ren, Rey, TIE Fighter pilot, and Snowtrooper.
Oh, right, yeah.
So some decent army builders in there, and obviously the heroes and villains, the main two. So.
But that is a great figure. I mean, the Asti figure is definitely worth picking up.
Yep, those I have not seen either of those two figures at retail. I don't have them at this point, so this is my first opportunity in getting them.
Mm-hmm. I didn't find any of those in store, and I still haven't seen in store. Han Solo's been popping up a lot now.
Yep.
And who else? I can't remember, but I'm very surprised to see Han as much as I'm seeing him now.
Kanan Jarrus, is he in that wave?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. He only comes in the, what is that, wave 6?
Yeah, there was only 3 figures in that one, right?
Yeah, something like that.
I've never seen the new Luke, A New Hope Luke Skywalker.
That's the one that I saw recently.
Do you want one, Dan? I've got an extra.
No.
You can take your shirt off.
Yes. I remember doing that in 2004.
Yeah.
That is correct.
And I thought that was a weird-ass feature.
You could take your shirt off and you could take him outside with you when you're mowing the lawn.
I will think about that.
What else is there? Not a whole lot. I think, like I said, things have been pretty quiet. I don't know. Can you guys think of anything else of import?
I got a Salacious Crumb clock from. It was an exclusive for a Celebration Anaheim.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I don't even remember seeing it. And I was on eBay the other day, and it popped up, and I was like, "Wow, this is really cool." It's exactly how that cat clock, his tail and his eyes move. It's Salacious Crumb, but like that. I mean, I just had to have that. It's so cool. Nice. So that's probably the most exciting thing that's happened to me.
Wow.
All week.
Well, a couple weeks ago, you completed that ceramic line of vintage characters,
Sigma.
right? Sigma, yeah.
Yeah, I completed that. That was like such a challenge. The Max Rebo music box was so hard to get, and I'm really happy I got them all because they're really unique. I like that's the stuff that I really like a lot.
That's cool.
And Jabba the Hutt's a coin bank. They just don't make things like that anymore.
I used to have an R2-D2 ceramic piggy bank that when I was like 10 maybe, my mom made in ceramics class.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
And she brought it home and we painted it together, and then she took it back to class where they fired it up and they made it. And I used to keep this is so dumb. I used to cut out little pictures from my comic books of the Star Wars characters. I don't know why, but I would cut out little shapes and I would put them in like a photo album. And color forms. You remember color forms?
Oh yeah.
So it was sort of like my cheap way to do color forms.
Color forms and shrinky dinks.
Yes. So I made my own by cutting out the little characters from the comics, and then I saved all of them in this bank. I don't know why, but when I went to get them out one day, I'd have to fish in the little hole in the bottom to pull them out, and I ended up dropping the bank and it broke.
Oh.
I was devastated.
Oh man.
I was like 10, so. Thanks for reminding me of that.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. I think about the last thing, there was, I'm kind of skipping around here a little bit, but in regards to Lego, a lot of the new summer 2016 sets have started to hit retail officially. The official release date was June 1st. It includes the the blue and white Poe Dameron X-wing. There's a there's a Jakku set that includes the Lugga Beast, in a scene from Jakku. It has Lor San Tekka in it.
This is all Lego.
Yeah.
I got so excited for a second. I thought the Lugga Beast was coming.
Oh yeah, he's Lego.
He apparently shows up at conventions now.
I know. It looked amazing at MegaCon.
That's so bad.
A couple of the other sets. There's the repurposed AT-TE from Star Wars Rebels that includes Old Man Rex.
Oh, right.
Gregor, Wolf, a couple other characters. I think the fifth brother Inquisitor's in it. There's a A-Wing with Darth Vader's TIE Fighter set that's out. Pretty sweet. Then there's a couple that tie into that Freemakers series from Lego, that Freemaker Adventures, something like that.
I don't know.
Like a Star Scavenger is one, and then there's like some other bad guy ship that kind of looks like General Grievous's vehicle, but not. But
you guys, do you collect the Lego sets?
I don't. I pick and choose. I stick with the cheap sets. I don't get anything that costs more than $25.
If I were to want to get a set that's probably a couple years old now, other than eBay, would they have this still in stores? Would they have this at like the Lego store specifically?
Like
I want
what?
to get the troop transport. Like the old Imperial troop transport that came out. That was like a little mini vehicle with some stormtroopers a couple years ago.
Oh yeah. I don't know if
Lego at all, but this is a pretty cool thing. I was looking for it the other day, just randomly, and I'm like, I don't know that this is available anymore.
Yeah, they retire their
That's what
vehicles. Yeah.
You just need like a lot of time and patience because I got Slave 1. I got the Star Destroyer was the last one that we did, and we put it all together. It looked amazing, and then when I lifted it up to put it on the shelf, the whole bottom half came off, and that's when I just lost it. I like threw in the towel. But I mean, I got Jabba's Sail Barge. That one was great.
Yeah.
Because you can
started
there's like the what's that?
When they started coming out with Lego, I mean, my son and I used to spend hours building the sets. I mean, and we had the Slave 1 and the gunship. I remember we would put those together, and then we would kind of like merge them into some kind of weird Frankenstein ship just because we could. And then after a while, my son Alec, he just didn't need the directions anymore. He just could build the whole thing like really fast. And I think he still has the Slave 1 upstairs in his room.
The Slave 1 holds up. That's a solid ship.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have as many like doors that swing open. The Jabba Sail Barge, it's cool because a door swings open. You can see like Jabba chilling with everybody else.
Yeah.
But it makes it more hollow, and not as solid. And that's I'm telling you, man, the Star Destroyer was awesome, but there was way too much stuff going on. Like, if you, sneezed on it, that thing was going to tip over. I think you have to kind of, glue it as you go. But, yeah, that's when I retired Legos because it was... It is expensive, too.
Yeah. You have to have some funds available if you want to be in on some of those larger sets because they don't come cheap. And they don't go on clearance very often, if at all, so you really either have to take advantage of sales where like Toys R Us all the time, they'll run like a buy one get one 50% off sale, and if you know a guy that also collects the stuff, you could go in on a set together and save yourself 25% or whatever. That's about the only way you can really save money. Walmart recently, they were clearancing out some of the older I think Rebels packaging sets. There's the Imperial Shuttle from Return of the Jedi that went for, I don't remember the cheapest that I saw it, I saw the sticker. I never saw it on shelf for the price because they just, as soon as those stores like Walmart clearance out some of those Star Wars sets and some of the more expensive sets, they just get snapped up, and I assume they get flipped right to eBay or something because they just, there's so much.
Well, you could probably just break them apart and sell the figures separately.
Oh yeah, people part them out all the time.
Yeah.
But I think with that might wrap up this special episode. This sounds like an after-school special episode where
Special episode of Blossom.
Yeah.
We are going.
I'd like to thank everyone for watching and commenting. There's been quite a few that have popped up here. I've received notifications for, so we'll get to answering some of those on the YouTube channel here soon. But Chris, where can we find you on your weekly adventures?
You can find me at First Order Transmissions, collectibles.com, Brews and Blasters, all that good stuff.
Sounds good. Dano?
I'm mostly here, hang out at Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and yep, that's pretty much it. That's enough.
Cool. You can find me at Yakface.com, here on First Order Transmissions, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and semi-bi-weekly, monthly on the Realm Recap whenever we get around to posting new episodes with Fly Guy from flyguy.net. Again, thanks for everyone for watching, and we'll see you all on our next show. Thanks, everyone.